Hello, our sweet audience. Let's explore the coral reefs today. These are massive underwater structures composed of the accumulated skeletons of colonial marine invertebrates called corals. The coral species that build reefs are known as hermatypic or hard corals because they extract calcium carbonate from seawater to create a hard, durable exoskeleton. This protects their soft sac-like bodies. Other species of corals that are not involved in reef building are termed soft corals. Most of the coral reefs found today are between 5 to 10,000 years old, found in warm, clear, shallow water where there's plenty of sunlight access so that algae grows readily, which the corals can feed upon. These occupy less than 1% of the ocean floor but still are among the most productive, balanced, and diverse ecosystems on Earth. And 1/4 of all known marine species rely on coral reefs for food, shelter, and breeding. Coral reefs may be defined as either fringing reefs present near coastlines, barrier reefs away from coastlines and are deeper, wider lagoons, and lastly, patch reefs, which form around islands and protect the same within deep oceans. Coral reefs are amazing natural structures catering to many important functions. They protect coastlines from damaging effects of wave action and tropical storms, provide shelter for many marine organisms, serve as the nitrogen source for marine food chains, support in carbon and nitrogen fixing, and also help with nutrient cycling. This is why large number of marine species prefer to live within coral reefs. Also, the reefs support the fishing industry, attract tourism, and boost national economies a great deal. Coral reefs house a diverse range of species, provide an extensive gene pool, bring about natural selection that favors the best to survive. These provide so many foods and drugs, serve to purify air and water, create soil, and break down pollutants. Very interestingly, study of coral reef growth patterns provide a clear, scientifically testable record of climatic events over the past million years. This is because the growth patterns and the climate are closely related. But now these reefs are facing most glaring threats, such as too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere gets converted into carbonic acid in ocean water that acidifies the oceans eventually. This in turn obstructs the construction of calcium carbonate exoskeleton shelters of corals. Water pollution via agricultural pesticides and fertilizers, oil and gasoline, sewage discharge, and sediment from eroded landscapes makes it difficult for corals to flourish and therefore harms the equilibrium existing among the plants, coral, and other animals that are part of the reef ecosystem. As the temperatures of the world's oceans increase due to global warming, corals lose their brilliant color and appear white, referred to as coral bleaching. Spraying cyanide for overfishing, ocean acidification, and pollution are destroying coral reefs very fast. The largest coral reef in the world, the Great Barrier Reef, harbors 400 plus coral species and thousands of diverse species of fish, mollusks, sea snakes, sea turtles, whales, dolphins, aquatic birds, etc. But a heat wave in 2016 damaged it quite much by causing severe bleaching and death. Even in the deeper, less accessible reef portion, a lot of corals had at least partial bleaching. If such things continue in future, it could lead to the extinction of thousands of species in marine life. In turn, coastlines currently protected by reefs would more readily flood during storms, and some islands and low-lying countries would even vanish under the water. Also, the big industry that coral reefs sustain would collapse. The Australian government is taking long-term measures to prevent the same by greatly reducing and planning to eventually eliminate dumping of materials and chemicals, reducing fishing and poaching, and monitoring the water quality of runoff directed towards the reefs. Attempts are also being made in the direction of rebuilding the reef. Scientists are working to breed stronger, thermostable, and faster growing corals in the lab, which should be acclimatized to the ocean environment and then could be transferred to oceans. Other group of coral reef ecologists are experimenting with growing corals on steel frames placed over the damaged parts of the reef. Electrical currents could be flown through the steel frames, which would accelerate the coral's growth by 3 to 4 times. Hope you enjoyed this lucid information with colorful illustrations. Let's appreciate that these corals are precious and they should be saved, so let us contribute our bit in conserving the ecosystem, our environment, which in turn would generate less pollution and save these beautiful coral reefs. Our well-being is quite dependent on these, it's now very obvious. We wholeheartedly thank you for watching our educational videos. Shall be back with more soon. Till then, take care and bye.